Among the oldest courses in Indianapolis, Brookside Park stands out in a big way. Nestled just outside the heart of downtown and home of the Checkered Flag Open for the past 36 years in a row, it's considered hallowed ground for local competitive events, and this one is no exception. Today, it's the site of the 2025 Indianapolis Disc Golf Club's Match Play Championship between 2020 CFO champion Josh Fortney and two-time Blue Heron Breeze champion Stephen Phen Yoder. With ever-present wind that's seemingly always against you, very mature trees, and multiple challenging layouts, Brookside is a long, sprawling park-style course that demands a robust skill set. These two players have that skill set. This is the head-to-head battle that we've been waiting to see since early April. 65 players entered the tournament. Only Josh and Phen remain standing. Each of them has made it through 8 matches to be here, but only one of them will be crowned the 2025 Indianapolis Match Play Champion. Welcome to Brookside Park.
Howdy ho, Huckers. We are so excited to have you here for the final championship match of the Indianapolis Disc Golf Club's Match Play Championship. Looking over our bracket again, Phen Yoder, Josh Fortney fought a long way to get here, and we are excited to play at the historic Brookside Park. We are going to be playing the Checkered Flag Open preview layout. Registration for that event is open now, so if this layout seems cool, check it out. I'm Big Bagel Boy Nate Sharkey.
Here I am, the two-time Tyler Fischer.
And I'm Zach Hall. We're coming to you live from Circle 2 Lounge in Disc Golf Mart, Indianapolis. Speaking of Disc Golf Mart, Indianapolis, that's Josh Fortney. He works here, rocking our jersey. This guy's a CFO champion at this course. Can't wait to see him.
Yeah, so here we're going to take a look at Stephen Yoder, first time, 977 rated, two-time Blue Heron Breeze champion.
Phen is what we're going to be calling him today. That is what he goes by. Got a friendly handshake for the flip here. I got to tell you guys, I love playing with both of these guys.
Good vibes, good crushers, and if you look, they're popular enough to have brought an audience today. There's a crowd following the whole time.
Bringing us to hole number 1, 599 feet, par 4. These players are going to be looking to push a hyzer out over this road. You'll see the short pin out to the left, bringing us out to this new right pin location, tucked up in this tree, guarded by 2 trees. All sorts of cabbage left and right.
Josh is up first, looking at this hyzer line, so he's going to try to land something over by this tree on the left side of the screen. There's some flat ground up there. If he's a little bit too far right, the ground is pretty sloped and it's going to have an awkward run up. Let's see if he can do it.
Well, that's pretty big.
Wind was pushing pretty hard right to left today. These guys are going to be looking to push something over that bush Josh did, something on hyzer, get it up by that short basket, have a nice straight shot going into that pin there.
Let me ask you guys, if this wasn't so windy today, do you think that either of them might try the forehand flex there on the right?
They were talking about it a little bit, and I think the wind just kind of shut it down. Looks like Phen is going for pretty much the same line that Josh was. He's a little bit higher, push it maybe a little bit further. He's going to turn the catch cam.
Oh, my.
And yeah, I mean, he's up on top of that flat ground. That branch is in the way, but it is dead and unattached, so he's going to be able to move it.
Josh here, going to his proxy. We saw him in the semifinal match go to that, leaned on it pretty heavy. Just going to try and push something straight at the basket through those middle 2 trees, and looks like he has done just that. Slides it right up to bullseye.
That's about as much ground play as we're probably going to see today with this grass being so tall and so thick.
Yeah. Here's Phen moving that big old branch out of his way. He's going to have, again, pretty straightforward upshot here. Looks like he's going something a little bit more stable, trying to swing it in.
Stock hyzer.
Yeah, swung his A2 in there and just outside of bullseye.
Yeah, should be a quick cleanup for these guys.
What?
Oh, Phen is a little bit low. Josh makes this one. He takes the hole. I feel like Josh has to feel like he was given a gift there.
Oh, absolutely. That's not one you're going to see Phen miss.
Slightly
if you ever
uphill.
play with him, maybe ever.
He was slightly uphill from the basket.
Yeah, slightly uphill. Wind was blowing at it. Maybe pushed it down. Here we go. Hole 2. It's a par 4, 625. You got to get something out kind of into this landing zone here to have a really nice, easy approach at the basket. That tree is a pretty good guardian because those branches hang down low, force you to throw a low shot. Most players going to look at probably a forehand off the tee, maybe a backhand turnover, but the wind scares me with that shot, if I'm being honest.
Whatever you do, you got to make the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Josh is going to be lining up his heat here, just trying to keep something turning the whole way. Looks like he got it a little high, hopefully not inside. It does look like he did, and it just drops down. He will be pinched off.
Turned it just a little early, didn't push it out enough.
Yeah, that is my fear with the turnover and wind like this. I feel like a forehand, if it gets caught in the wind, it's going to get pushed down. But because that backhand is fighting against it, it can just sail. Yeah. Here we go. Phen goes for that forehand line. It is a little bit lower. It sounds like it still hits a couple of leaves, but he does make the corner, and that's going to give him a much better look at the basket than Josh has here.
Yeah, this angle here kind of gives you a better idea of how pinched off Josh is. He's just going to be pushing something up the left side, try and give him an outside look here. And
oh, no, not today.
This gives you a good look at just how tall that grass is and how much ground play you're not going to be getting today.
For reference, Phen is about 6'1", 6'2", and that grass is up to his knees.
He is very close to the tree. Can't really get a run up. Just does a standstill.
What?
Looks like it's leaking, but there is a little love tap off the tree.
Yeah, and the boys are showing him how awesome that tree kick just was.
Josh is laying up, hoping to get closer.
That looks like outside bullseye.
Yeah, Phen is really close, but he just missed from this distance on hole 1. We'll see if he has redialed back in.
Yeah, he cleans it up.
Nothing to it. And we're back to all square. Hole 3 is going to be a combined hole, 757 feet, and it is every bit of it. It's uphill, it's into the wind. Your tee shot's got to be out in the open somewhere. You just want to give yourself that right or left gap coming into this basket, but again, you've got to climb the hill right away.
These guys are both going to look to crush something and just get as close to that tree line as possible. It looks like Phen has done that. He's maybe a little further out to the right side.
It does open up over there once you get up the hill.
Okay.
This is the type of tee shot that Josh just salivates over.
Looks like he is kind of lining up a more direct line, if I'm following his eyesight correctly.
Okay.
Looks like he has it, but
didn't really quite stand up as much as I think he was hoping. He's going to be on a side hill lie. It's going to be a tough second shot.
He does also, looking at these trees, he's got some branches hanging down that he has to contend with, so he needs to rip something just above this hill, and it is just too low. That's a very tight window that he has to throw through.
It was a tough run up.
Yeah, it looks like Phen's going to be looking over the top here. Super low ceiling if he wanted to go straight at it. Looks like he's just trying to swing it way up there.
That's a gap.
Yeah, when you can throw it over the trees, anything's a gap.
Josh has, kind of laid up to a better window, can see the basket, knows exactly what he needs to do. Got to put this proxy close to put some pressure on Phen.
Yeah, and this is really giving you kind of a good angle of just the ceiling you're working with on those second shots.
Looks like the wind pushed that proxy down, Tyler.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, this wind is coming in hot today. Phen's just going to try and pitch something up there and just gets hammered down, but he's going to be able to just pick that one and tap it in.
So Josh can make this one and tie the hole. I will say I was filming a lot of Josh's putts, and I love his routine because it gave me plenty of time to get set up and make sure I had a good line on the shot. Hope that consistency comes through.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and I think that putt's going to show you just how much the wind might be in their heads. You can see how that one just kind of got pushed down to the right. Phen is going to tap in here to go one up.
Howdy ho, slingers. We're back, giving away another disc to thank you for all of your support. In order to enter, you have to be subscribed, you have to comment. There will be more information in the description down below. Hole 4, finally, a short one. One that you at home might be able to birdie, definitely for me. You got a straight up the gut line. You got a sidearm out the side for right-handed players. 246, put it close, make your putt. You're going to be walking away with a birdie.
Again, with this grass being this tall, guys, I would be surprised to see any ground play. You're going to have to go for this pin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is going to be one of the new holes out here at Brookside, and it's going to give you 2 lanes here. You can go with a forehand like Phen's going to show us here, or you can just try and punch something straight up the gut here.
Whoa!
Get to skip through this grass.
One of the few ground plays you might actually get out here today with this tall grass. Fortney looks like he's going to be lining up a forehand as well, trying to just follow Phen.
Oh, my.
Okay.
He didn't follow Phen.
Yeah, he goes up that straight gap, and not one you're going to see too much on forehand. Let's see if Josh can kind of dial it back in here.
Disc is up. Ooh, right side, a little bit low.
This is not the Josh Fortney we know.
He says, give me an extra stroke,
Yeah.
Phen. I need the practice.
Yep.
Up 2 through 4, and that is one Josh is going to want back. Going on to hole 5, this is going to be another new hole here at Brookside. It's going to actually give you 3 lanes. You'll see off the tee shot. Going to be a nice 290-foot shot, something you're going to be able to work left, right, and center.
Got a bit of a low ceiling coming here, but the low ceiling's a little bit late, so you can kind of get under it.
Phen going wide.
Oh, wow.
That right side gap. Oh, it's money.
Was that the pin?
That was the
was
pin.
the sound of the pin.
It's the base.
Oh, this isn't the OPE scope because it's a positive replay, but
Help us name it.
Yeah.
Give us some ideas.
Yeah, comment down below what you think that line should be called.
we'll call it anything but discogram.
For some reason. Josh trying to take the same line. Downloading what Phen just threw, but gets caught up in some branches.
Yeah,
Shot
catches
down.
an early tree there. Going to put him just inside circle 2, but going to have to go to a knee here with that low ceiling.
This is a crucial moment here. It's a big momentum swing if he can get one in here and big putt Phen, who's parked.
From the knee, you got to go nose up. That plays into the wind even more, and
Still
it
a
just
good run.
gets shoved to the left. That's hard. It's a really hard shot to make.
You can see the frustration in Josh's body language already. We're 5 holes in. He knows that he's not playing to his own standards today so far.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder if that wind's messing with his mind. Going on to hole 6 here, classic Brookside hole here. You're going to be moving slightly to the left the whole way. You are going to have a narrow gap, and you are going to want to avoid going left because it will lead to a pitch out. But this basket is going to sit in a pretty open area. OB right.
Yep, OB right all the way up the road, so can't go right, can't go left.
Phen's going to want to punch something right here down the gap.
Oh, he keeps it low. I like to see
Yeah,
that.
I think he went with his Proto Athena here, and he shows you exactly how to attack
How does
that
he keep
gap.
getting these
I
skips?
think he is generating more spin than we can conceive, Zach.
That makes sense.
Fortney, a little wide.
Yeah, it looks like he just kind of held on to that one, catches that early tree.
That's not the basket he's playing to. He's looking much further down. Get something to flip up a little bit. It looks like it's good,
More
but
branches.
then, oh,
Yeah,
man.
he put a good flex on that. He catches the last low-hanging branch. Phen sees the door open, goes back to that A2, and absolutely just puts it right where you want it,
That was a wild
just
shot.
outside bullseye.
Heck of a standstill.
Yeah, that tree would have been all up in my head, but he...
And you know
Crazy.
Fortney here is going to be feeling the pressure with...
He's running this.
Yeah, he has to. He has no choice.
Whoa.
He knows where Phen sits. He knows where the match sits, and
Still a lot of golf to play, guys.
Yeah,
there is. And Phen, no stranger to this spot here, and
it's in.
looks like after that miss on hole 1, he has not looked back.
You know, some of these aggressive runs from Josh, how close they're getting, that can maybe build a little bit of doubt in Phen's head. And even if Josh isn't making the shot, he's at least showing that he's capable. Hole 7, par 4, 566 feet. You're kind of thrown to this bottleneck by the road. That's your first landing zone. And then you want to swing a second shot over the road, have it crash in, because otherwise you are fending with another very low ceiling as you approach this basket. So, absolute bomb that can land in that narrow strip, and then a hyzer is how most people are probably going to play it.
Phen's going back to his general here, looking to flex something over that road, and he absolutely smokes this one.
My heavens.
Yeah, I was doing catch cam today, and I went out there every bit of 450, and he put it at my feet.
That kept spinning when it landed.
Yeah, it goes back to show what Sharkey was saying about how much spin he's generating. I believe Fortney's going to a mid-range here. I think we talked to him afterwards, and I think that's what he says he prefers to do on this hole is attack on his second shot here. So he's going to try and show you how his game plan plays out.
Yeah, his eye line is right along that road, so probably trying to put something that is going to fly straight for a bit and then crash in right by that second tree on the left side.
Oh, tugged it.
Yeah, just a little high right there.
Hey, he still made it up.
Oh, skips
But he
in.
does fight through that tree, skips back inbound, so he
Yeah,
is
that
going
is
to
a
be
hole
thankful
saver.
for that.
Okay, Phen is looking to the sky. Yeah, that.
Again?
I think this might be a little bit of style points trick show
Oh,
here.
yeah.
but-
Okay,
He's looking
that's
to just
straight
burn
vertical.
it.
Nice.
Was
Looks
it
like-
another tomahawk, by the way? Was it another gravestone?
It might have been. It was definitely coming in at that angle. Josh shows just how lucky he did getting back in, because those trees out here can be unforgiving. Just trying to
Looks like that's
run
another run.
approx.
And
Yeah.
again,
Man, he is deadly accurate with that. Phen, try to put a nail in the coffin, win another hole. Splashes out on the left
Once
side.
again, you can see how brutal that wind is. Wind just ripped that thing out to the left.
Okay, Josh ties one, maybe gives himself a little breathing room, a little bounce back on his confidence as he heads into hole 8, 347-foot par 3. Basically got to keep something low off the tee to, again, push through some branches before the hole really opens up. You've got the road OB on the left side. There is that path. Path is safe. Playing to this basket. See what our players can do.
yeah, that's a gravel path on the left, not a paved one. And as you were saying about that low ceiling, it also has a slight hill in the middle of this, so you do have to get under the ceiling, over the hill, into
Through
the
the
wind.
woods.
Tough shot. Yeah. Grandma's house for sure.
Looks like Phen's going to have some kind of look. Might be a little long. Josh trying to follow similar line, but this time does not get the disc to flip up as much as I think he would have liked.
Little
Yeah.
skip off the paved path there.
Splashes out to the left, but he's inbounds.
Yeah, Phen out here, probably just outside circle 2. He's going to look something to float something up in there. Try and keep it close.
Maybe.
Gave it a run.
Okay.
Just a touch short.
So Josh has a chance, 50 feet, 55 maybe, but no obstruction. Got to try to run it,
Yeah,
but
that's
the
shove
wind
that
is
straight
going to
down.
want to get.
Not a
but yeah,
chance.
it gets hammered down. Looks like they're going to be pushing that one as well. Phen
Shout out
taps it
to
in.
Chase and Nate, our caddies for Phen out there, the boys.
Yeah, Phen and his boys. They were having a good time chatting with.
And that brings us on to hole number 9. Going from the circle pad here, it is going to be a par 4, 633 feet. You're want to be pushing something just past that short pad. We have lost 2 big guardian trees here, so it has opened this approach shot up quite a bit.
I bet both those trees were 150 years old.
Oh, easily.
You definitely want to stay out of that stuff. The cabbage there on our right side of the frame, left side of the basket. It gets pretty deep down there.
Phen's going back to that orange general, looking to turn it over, and he absolutely hammers this one once again. I believe we radared it at 512 feet, an absolute bomb.
Tyler, he's just playing catch with you today, man. He's just trying to hit you.
He really was. He really was. Fortney's going back to that Halo Destroyer, literally trying to follow those vapor trails, and just puts it a
too
little
high.
high and catches that big tree and just gets knocked
frustration
down.
mounts.
You can see the frustration mounting with Fortney. That wind is wreaking havoc with his discs a little bit more than it is Yoder's.
Looks like he's lining up an Anheuser to try to get in there. Maybe
Oh,
flatten out and
return a
push.
little,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
And he's just wondering, wind, what are you doing?
It is tough. Phen just pushed so straight. The wind helped his disc out, and then it seems like it's just bullying Josh's. Phen's got an approach here. He goes real wide with it.
yeah.
That better be a stable disc.
Yeah, he went back to
And
that
it is.
A2, so it's definitely going to come back for him and puts it about 20 feet or so.
Yeah, a little bit of elevation in that putt, so maybe
Josh,
Josh has a chance to lay up instead of run, but it looks like he is going for another run.
Now,
Yeah.
Phen's playing him he's forcing him to play Greg Barsby golf today. He's got to throw in from 100-plus feet just about every hole so far.
Josh leaks down to that left side. That is a tough spot to make a putt from, so Phen wants to go ahead and clinch the hole, though, so he's going to run this putt. He's a little bit uphill, a little bit of shade, a little bit of cover from the wind.
And
Okay.
he cleans
It's
it
in.
up.
Correct.
And I believe that was, if I'm not mistaken, I think Phen went 6 down through that front 9.
Ooh.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So we're going to finish the front 9 with Phen up 5. This is not what we expected to see, not the Josh Fortney that we know, but still plenty of golf left to play on the back 9, and we'd love to see you there.
Huge shout out to Zach Kemmer, Kevin Gillen for throwing this event together. All of
this
the
guy
film
right here.
crew that we had out, including
Boom.
Ethan Moistner. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We love having you guys. We love doing this. So help us make it happen.
See you out there.